And what's happening right now makes it look like the Arab Spring never ended. We all remember the crowds of protesters, people that were demonstrating in Tahrir Square, the showdown between the critics and the supporters of a regime that was bent on consolidating and preserving its power. Well, that was then. And this is the scene right now. Demonstrators back in the streets. President Mohamed Morsi has announced sweeping new powers for himself, ordering Egyptian courts not to overturn a decree law issued since he has taken office. As the crowds gather, there has been a growing sense of unease over what may happen next. CNN's Reza Sayah has the latest now from Cairo.
Demonstrations continue against Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi. Not the big numbers that we saw on Friday, but certainly still a lot of people out here. Lots of food stands, about 30 tents, which is an indication that many of these protesters want to be here for a while. It's not clear how long they're going to stay here, but when you talk to them, they seem determined to speak out against Mr. Morsi's controversial decrees.
The beginning of a new era for a tyrant.
He's saying that nobody can revise what I say.
Right.
He's actually throwing the law system out of the scene, totally.
In the meantime, big developments in meeting rooms and news conferences on Saturday where factions opposed to Mr. Morsi made moves to put pressure on the president. Of course, a number of his decrees seemed to weaken the judiciary. The judiciary answered back on Saturday by calling for a nationwide judges' strike. Also, the Supreme Judicial Council on Saturday made a statement declaring his decrees an attack on the independence of the judiciary. Opposing factions also called for a 1 million man protest and sit-in on Tuesday. What does Mr. Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood group do? They call for a 1 million man protest too on Tuesday. Some critical days ahead for this country. Reza Sayah, CNN, Cairo.